AI coding tools and how to start white coding overall, but from perspective of user-facing applications, or in terms of how do we make it easy and good-looking for other people to use. So it's not only you creating some sort of product or an app or a website, but let's make sure that it looks good and does certain functions. The key is that you can actually do it on any platform. The idea is pretty much the same. Where is the good start is actually reflect on what you want to create. The more detailed your prompt is, the better result you're going to get. However, we can't predict all the outcomes. So the idea is shopping sprees and finances, right? I actually went on a shopping spree yesterday and I ordered a ton on Amazon. So how might I track my spending, especially if I'm going to return a bunch of stuff, and how do I make it look how I want to look, for how I want it to look like. Maybe it's my app, right? Maybe I want to do something cute. So let's put in the prompt and see what's going to happen. I use a word ideate somewhere in the prompt that gives AI a key that will not jump into,
Can you enlarge it?
So, once we do the prompt, here it asks us to give it more details. How do you want to tell how? Okay, so that's where we start ideation of the features, because that's quite a loaded prompt where, okay, it has to know my finances, but it also needs to know how to return things. So AI kind of does the part of thinking for me. For example, paste and forward the receipt emails or the photo receipts. I personally think for me, I'm on the phone all the time. It would be really cool to upload the picture. Or you can chat with AI. So honestly, I would like to open this to the room. What options should we select?
Are you talking about features or layout?
Yeah, so one of the things in the prompt that I would like to let AI know what I returned, so it could really correlate the spending versus the returns financially, right? We basically building my finance dashboard when it comes to shopping sprees. So thinking about that, one thing is like, okay, I spent XYZ money on Amazon this month. But how does it know what I kept? Because when you shop on Amazon, you quite often buy doubles. At least girls do. So the options are forward emails with receipts, take a photo of the receipt. Let's say I'm doing the return, this is the item I'm returning. The quick manual entry, so the app could have a little input field where we just type the sum of money, or chat with the AI. So we can, again, talk or type in the input field and let AI know this is how much I spent and this is how much I returned. Or we can come up with something else.
Like if you're shopping online, typically they send you like an email, right?
Yes, so
maybe scan your email.
That's actually really interesting because the first thing, once I put in the prompt and it was generated the questions to help me solidify this idea, make it more concrete so it can build a better thing. It already had first paste over the receipt with the email. It already had selected, so we can select everything or just pick one with email. I think photo. I like photos. I want to see how that's gonna look like.
Maybe we'll also need like a document with all the expenses per week from bank account.
Yeah, I think that could go into paste or forward receipts and emails. You can kind of like do the screenshot and put it in. But I think that's like logically thinking about it and doing the ideation part. One, in my perception, is more laptop oriented. And another one, photo of the receipt, from my brain goes instantly to the camera of the phone. So that's where we can arrive to the next step. Is that something that's going to be for a laptop, or is that something that's going to be for the phone? Which, here's an interesting question that AI asks to solidify idea even more. What should monthly breakdown emphasize the most? So, are we focusing on the net spending, or are we looking into the categories of the things I bought, or which store I'm spending my money at, the most popular, or all of the above? For me, it's net spending. I know my favorites, I don't need analysis for that. But category would be interesting. Oops, it was only one. Let's go back and see net spending. So interesting thing here, the first question was multi-select. We could select multiple options, and the questions, they're just one selection. So it's either or. Nice to be mindful of that. Want me to generate 3 visual designs to pick? Yes, I would like to pick. I hope my credits will stay. But yeah, okay. Review, so we were asked a bunch of questions. We got answers, and let's submit and see what's going to happen.
And once it's viewed, it's going to be accessible through a link, I presume. We'll send you a link, is that correct?
Yes.
And that link is
I
private.
hope so.
Okay.
We'll find this out together.
Okay, yeah, let's find out.
More steps to get the link.
Well,
I have a question. Do you have any advices how we can turn on any open design system or references if we have? For example, you have a reference from Pinterest or Dribble about design. You want it to be minimalistic. How do you do it like more close to what's your work?
this is a great question, honestly. Thank you so much. I'm a huge fan of visual inspiration as a designer, I guess. That comes with job description. I do Pinterest a lot in my practice though. It does give AI some inspiration if you upload a picture, but it's not that. The more precise you want to be in the visual choices, the more granular you should go. The most for sure way is to write a really long, extensive prompt with the description of that picture. So let's say if you have something pink, you can try to do that and put in the image and do the comparison. But basically, you can name this visual style in descriptive language. That would work the best. So let's say, let's keep pink palette with green accents, yada yada yada. So, first things first, where are we? Which design direction should I build? Okay, we have example number 1. Can I make it bigger? Yes. Slowly. Fruit Tools ink. Okay, so these are the different molds, I guess. Okay. Ledger, a different fonts, looking different colors. That's interesting. The first one was, these are the small ones. I don't see it that well, so I'm not a huge fan from this perspective. I think I like this option where it's more minimalistic. And that's what, including in prompt ideation part, like give me the options. We're not building right now, we're just like working on solidify this idea. That's where AI is really powerful tool, because if you not include the ideation into the process, it's going to take everything literally and jump into the action of building, where you not often receive a more enticing outcome. So describe changes. Let's select the second option and okay, what visual edits would you like?
No, I'm actually asking like if you have like the exact reference, for example, from Pinterest with the UI, and you wanna use exactly this UI. So you cannot just explain it by words, you know. You cannot just say like use Pink and minimalistic because it's not enough. And if like downloading images is not working.
Screenshot.
You'll have a lot of screenshots on your computer the more you use it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it doesn't allow to put the screenshot in here, huh?
You
You
can,
need to
but
type in the screen.
not that interface.
Not
But
that
I think
interface.
like a follow-up, you can.
Yeah, over there you can.
Okay. Again, screenshot. And let's see how that can work out for us. Okay. Let's use this picture as usual. Institute. Or nine. Okay. Let's see. To sort of readdress your question, yes, you can. I've used, the first step gone was designing 3 different design systems in Figma and implementing them for one app to have like scenes and themes and skins for it. Or there was another.
So you can integrate design system to Lovable.
No, it was Lovable.
Yes.
But yes,
No.
to a certain extent.
Yes or no?
Yes on the enterprise plan.
Okay.
So with more specific design systems, that's how far I took this is my website and
A quick question, did you vibe code this whole thing or like did you create the...
what?
Did you vibe code the whole thing or like did you just create...
By this point, we're past live coding. That's like pretty much engineering. But yeah,
Okay.
me and Claude Code in a weekend.
Oh, okay.
For this website.
For this website, it took over 30 hours. So it was very intense weekend. I slept very little, but it was great.
And why didn't you use Lovable to do that? What's the difference? That's my question.
I might be able to give you very detailed response later. With the amount of work I do, but like this is umbrella response. With the amount of coding I do, sometimes it's easier and faster for me to go into the code and pinpoint specific div and specific part of the code for AI to work on and implement very specific changes. So that this website had a lot of interactions and custom-made components where you can go and like click on the building versus click on the district. So that needed very instrumental code intervention. Where if you're doing this and you're not very specific about how you're building like one tiny component looks like, you like just give me some sort of dashboard and I want it to be like background pink. Then yes, you can do it with Lovable.
I see. So what you're saying is it's more customizable in cloud.
Not to that extent. Like it's customizable. Hold on, let's do step by step. Let's customize. We have few requests for customization of this. We received already a page, right? Ooh, we're running low on credit. So it's still working. Okay. Let's see how, because this is very, very random picture selection, so we'll see how that's going to come out in our little dashboard for the finances. But yeah, it depends on scale, like how deep you want to go and how much time you have. So for sake of today, we're not spending 30 hours, we're spending 30 minutes, right? Like even if I would give it Figma design system, I don't think we would get there because it gets the idea that you need to do specific prompts to implement it. It's basically the same, like, I used to get very upset when I didn't implement the visuals in the way I imagine it. Like, I given you the design system, there are designs of buttons and other components, and they're beautiful visuals. Why wouldn't you implement it the same, like, exactly how it's done? Well, think about it the way, if you have an actual developer in front of you, you would still try to explain them how this should work.
Oh, I think it's completed.
Yeah?
Yeah. Preview.
So.
Back to
Ooh! So, it's alright.
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah, this is awesome. Look at
Yes,
this.
hierarchy.
Yeah, the
The-
colors are in. It's hip.
Yeah, it's really good, yeah.
And then you saw your credits, so.
Okay. No, we're done. Well, follow me on LinkedIn for more questions. But yeah, technically, so after this, if we are happy, what we would do is to launch it and talk you through really quickly. We would need to hook up the backend for it, so we would have somewhere to store the data that we put in for all the analytics, right? So we have, let's say, 10 receipts that we need to store somewhere, so AI can go through them by the end of the month and analyze. Is there a way to make it bigger? Honestly, can I just
You can drag it.
review? No? What?
You can drag it, or you just click the.
Oh, yeah. Great. Very good. So yeah, this is the first visual. Really cool. Mission accomplished. This is dummy data, which typically we could replace with a real one, but you need backend for that, and there are different services for that. Anyway, here we are.
That's a good.
Now you created this. Let's say you want to actually use this.
Yeah.
How do you use it?
You need
Create
a
this
back.
tool.
You need a backend for that.
Yeah.
So Lovable can create the backend for you with credits.
So actually I have a question about credits. Do you have any like advices how to use less tokens or like credits except writing good prompts? For example, like you want to build this page, but you are not sure you want to use brutalistic or minimalistic styles. Are you like creating all the versions here in order to decide which styles are better, or like how do you do that usually? If you're still looking for what type of design you want to use, like you're not sure, like you want to like bright color or you want to like black color too.
Yeah, I'd say there is no escape from token limitation. It's
Because I saw just like 2 prompts and you run out of credits.
She had 10 credits, so
Okay.
it's not a lot. So on the $20 plan, you get 100 credits a month.
Okay.
So just imagine that, like how far you can take $20.
But should we be using Lovable, or there are other ones that are just easy, like give you more juice for your tokens or credits?
There's
Like font?
Replit based. It depends on the use case,
Yeah.
right? So Lovable's good at prototyping. Prototyping and production are completely different things.
I want to hook it up to
depends on the
storage. Let's make it.
Here it is.
How do you access? Let's say
Yeah,
A month-
of course.
a month
I'm
later you
just
want to use it.
asking
How do you
because,
access?
Like, I
That's
create
potentially we would be able to give you a little demo of how to create the backend. Because right now, think about it as a candy. Candy has a beautiful, colorful wrapper that you need to have to actually eat it. So that's what backend for the apps is where all the functionality and data sits. So to be able to use it first, you need to give this wrapper
And
with way to access the receipts,
अगर तेरा account
the
login करना है तो
finances,
कर
or
सकते हो
to
same
maybe
there भी वो
communicate what you spent. So,
in sports में इसलिए नहीं
that's what backend does.
तो it's good.